Hi family, welcome to Yoga Church, from my heart and living room to yours. Um, this is sucks. I miss community so much, and feels like there is such a collective sense of heaviness and grief, because there is. And I've been off the radar. A week ago I learned that a dear friend of mine had died suddenly and way too soon, and that loss on top of another significant loss and change, and trying to keep small businesses afloat, and missing my community and being stuck at home, and anyway, it's really taken a toll on my heart and mind, and I've just discovered myself in the midst of loss and grief and heartache that it's easy for me to want to distract myself out of that, or the desire to numb that with booze or food or exercise or TV. And in this season of life, I've really been purposing to feel it all, and to not run from the pain, the sorrow, the loss, the grief, no matter how freaking much it hurts. So I've cried a lot this week. I've wailed a lot. I've wrestled a lot with a lot of things, and I don't say that to make you feel sorry for me. I say that to try to be courageous enough to be vulnerable and let you know that you're not alone in your wrestling. And I feel like if together we can be brave enough to feel all the feelers, and just to sit with it, that there's no way to rush through this or to numb our way out of all of the suckiness and the loss that's happening collectively right now. If we can be brave enough to model to our partners and our children that we feel all the feelings, we grieve well, by walking straight into the fire, not trying to shortcut it or pretend that it's not there, or to call it something that it's not. And how interesting that this is happening during Easter season, which is a representation for me, or a reminder for me of the possibility of bringing dead things to life, and the resurrection power of love. So two things today is, one, are you allowing yourself to grieve well, to be in it, to not deny or ignore it or distract or eat or drink or social media your way around it? And number two, in addition to holding the pain of it, the discomfort of it, can we also imagine simultaneously what we long for the resurrection of this season to look like? Can we imagine what we want our hearts and our minds and our lives and our relationships, the most beautiful, alive version of those on the other side of this? And can we hold those things simultaneously? Join me in crisscross applesauce if you're not already there. Find yourself getting settled here, dear one. Closing down the eyes if that's comfortable for you. Tuning into your inhale and your exhale. Allowing for a moment here for the the sorrow, the grief, the discomfort of this COVID-19 season and all that it's costing us individually and collectively, just allowing that to rise to the surface for a moment. The sensation of grief and pain and discomfort and irritation, and noticing yourself being able to breathe and exist in the midst of the pain, the discomfort, and the sorrow. It is big, but you are bigger. We acknowledge our warrior spirits in this place, that this does not define us, but it is indeed a part of our story, that we do not turn from the pain, the loss, the discomfort, but we choose to face it and lean in and let burn what needs to burn. Breathe, my friend, deep and steady and true. And even in the midst of this tomb time, feels like death and loss and silence, and not what we expected or signed up for. Even in the midst, we allow our hearts and our spirits to imagine, to dream, to embrace, to believe for the resurrection. On the other side of the fire is life, is a courage and a newness that we have never known before. There's a treasure there for us on the other side of the fire, the other side of the darkness. Allow your mind now to conjure up the image of what the resurrection looks like for you on the other side of this. What does it feel like? What are you doing on the other side of the resurrection? What does that relationship or that job or your identity look like there? Breathe it in. Let's bring our right hand straight up towards the sky. We're going to form a little cup with that right hand, and nice and slowly we're going to just draw it out to the side like we're gathering something up here. We're acknowledging the loss, the pain, the discomfort, the sorrow, the letting go of this season. We scoop it all up. We don't deny it or avoid it. And we're going to hold it here in our right hand. We're going to raise our left hand up high to the sky. Widen those fingers. Get a little scoop. And in addition to holding the pain and the sorrow, we're collecting up the hope and the belief and the knowing that this too shall pass, that there is a resurrection on the other side of death. Let's bring our hands into the lotus mudra, the outside of my pinkies, the inside of my thumbs, and the lower palms touch. Soften the shoulders away from the ears, sit up tall. Notice that we can hold both things at the same time. Light and darkness, death and sorrow and joy. We cannot have one without the other. Just take a big inhale. Circle, sweep the arms overhead. Palms to touch. Exhale, pull through to heart center. 2 more times. Big inhale, warrior. Exhale, pull through to heart center. Last one. Well done, you. Let's move. Come into a tabletop position on your mat. Find your cat-cows here. My inhale, my belly hammocks, my gaze goes up, tailbone goes up, and on the exhale, round through the spine, tuck the tailbone in, press hands into the mat, feel the rounding in between the shoulder blades, and inhale, let your belly go, tailbone up, gaze up, you got it. Find your rhythm with your breath here. I can hold pain and joy at the same time. Life and death coexist. Tomb time and resurrection. Take one more cat, one more cow here. As you're ready, curl the toes under. Lift the knees up off the earth and pause there just long enough to turn everything on. Yeah. Press the earth away. Feel your strong legs. Your core is waking up here. Finding my solid, quiet, deep breathing. And then I'm going to lift my gorgeous hips up and back, finding downward facing dog. Can I get a pedaling out the heels, pulsing chest towards thighs. We'll walk our feet up in between our hands in this up a balance beam here. So imagine there's a balance beam right under the midline of your body. We'll lift the left leg up, point the toe, and then we'll bring the heel right in front of the other toes. Right leg raises up, and my heel comes right in front of my toes, walking up a balance beam in the middle of my mat. You got it. Until both feet are at the top of the mat and you can enjoy a forward fold. Let the head go, bobbing it up and down. From our forward fold, let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find a little bend in the knees and we'll circle sweep the hands all the way up. A slight back bend here. Exhale through to Tadasana, mountain pose. We'll bring our left foot towards the back of the mat, setting up for our goddess pose here. So my toes are pointing towards the corners of the mat, allowing a nice juicy bend in the knees here, and we'll dip the right shoulder in. Enjoying a little spinal twist, maybe finding some rocking motion here. And switcheroo, my left shoulder comes in. back and finding our full goddess here. So imagining that you're holding trays in your hands, drawing the shoulders back over the hips. So nice flat back here. Can you settle into this for a moment? Big inhale, full exhale. And on your next inhale, we're going to raise up into 5-pointed star. See if you can get your heels up off of the mat. And then exhale back to goddess. Inhale, 5-pointed star, our resurrection. Exhale, even in the midst of the pain. Inhale, grabbing, reaching, imagining your resurrection. Exhale, sink it down. 2 more, reach for it. Last one. Reach, get those heels up. Feel your strong calves. Drop the heels, bring your toes in line with the heels. Arms come out like airplane. Hinge the hips, flat back, forward, fold. Release the hands under the face, and then we're going to walk our hands to the top of the mat. Drop that left leg, and then swing the right hand around, coming into twisted monkey. Releasing that left foot, come into half splits here, straightening through the right leg. We'll plant our hands at the top of the mat, lift the left knee and step the left foot up to meet the right. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, root to rise. What's your resurrection look like? Slight back bend here. Come straight through. Exhale, Tadasana. You're going to step your right foot back, finding goddess on the other side. I'm going to switcheroo so you're not having to stare at my butt. So we're on goddess on the other side here. This time we're going to bring those arms out like airplane wings. Yeah, find your strong legs here. Reaching to the left and then to the right. Then to the left, trying to keep those legs planted right where they're at. Stay low and strong. Your faithful, sturdy legs showing up for you, even in the midst of the storm. Breathe and notice maybe where you can soften here. Release the jaw. Sink a little bit lower. You can even play around with lifting the heels up off the mat. Woo, that challenged your balance for 3 and 2 and 1. Come back through center. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs. Toes come right in front of the heels. Hinge at the hips, flat back, exhale, forward fold. Can I get a hallelujah? Releasing whatever clasp that you have. And we'll walk our hands back to the top of the mat. Drop that right knee and reach the left hand back. Find your twisted monkey. Big inhale. Full exhale. Release that right foot, straighten through the left leg for half splits. right foot forward for a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, dear one. Circle, sweep the arms all the way up. Slight back bend if you please. Exhale, swan dive through, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Step the right foot back, followed by the left. Find your high plank or drop the knees. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Anxiety, sorrow, pain lodges itself in our bodies. And so one of the things that we can do in this season of sorrow or loss or discomfort is to move and help rid our bodies of the consequence of all this heaviness. I like to think of Surya Namaskar A as meditation or prayer or worship in motion. So let's use our bodies to celebrate the resurrection that is and is to come. Bend your knees, look up in between the hands, step or float those feet on up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, dear one. Circle sweep, reach for your resurrection. Exhale, swan dive through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back with the left foot, this time followed by the right. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, low cobra. Exhale, curl the toes. Use your strong core to lift the hips for your down dog. Where you gaze, you go, friend. Fix your focus between the hands. Bend the knees. Step or float the feet up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, I'm letting go. Root to rise. Circle, sweep the arms up. Exhale through, flat back, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step or float the feet back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Where you gaze, you go, and we ain't going backwards. Step or float the feet up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, letting go. Root to rise. Circle, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, swan dive through. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step or float the feet back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look up in between the hands, my friends. Bend the knees. Step or float the feet up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, letting go. Root to rise. Circle, sweep it up. Swan dive through. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step or hop those feet on back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more. Look up in between the hands, bend the knees. Get those feet on up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, reach for the resurrection. Exhale, flat back through. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Moving any residue of the sorrow of this season out of our bodies. Find your right foot and lift her up high to the sky. Find your strong three-legged dog here. We'll bend the knee, Gently plant the right foot in between the hands and find your warrior two. Yeah, strong and steady through the legs, and light and lifted through the chest. Both things are true. You can lift that right heel up. Find your breath. We're going to bring our elbow to our knee. And then that left arm, we're going to take 3 big circles. 3 and 2 and 1. Reach overhead and then spring back. Boing. Reverse the warrior. Stay nice and low in that lunge. From here, your left hand is going to come to the inside of your right foot. Do you have that in your mind's eye? Take a big inhale. Exhale, left hand to the inside of the foot. Easy twisting lunge. Come onto the ball of that left foot. And from here, we're going to keep our hand and our foot where they're at, but lift that left hand or foot up off the earth. You're in a revolved half moon. Tricky. Find your stability in your breath, even in the midst of the discomfort. And now we're going to switcheroo. My right hand comes right under my shoulder for half moon. Big bend in that right knee. Drop the left foot, come back to your warrior two. Big inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Step that right foot back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot high to the sky. Find your strong 3-legged dog. Bend the knee with some grace. Plant the left foot between the hand. Find your warrior two. You are strong and soft at the same time. Lift the left heel. Let's bring our left elbow to the knee. Find big circles with that right arm. 3, 2, 1. Reach forward and spring the hand back. Reverse the warrior. Right hand will come to the inside of the left foot. You got it? Big inhale. Exhale. Find your easy twisting lunge. Reach that left arm up, friend. Open through the heart. We're going to lift our right leg up, finding your revolved half moon. Maybe a moment of balance by lifting the right fingertips up off the earth. And now we'll switch. My left hand comes right under my left shoulder for half moon. Find a big bend in that left knee to your warrior two. Well done. Big inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Step that left foot back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do it again. Right foot high to the sky. Bend the knee. Find your warrior two. My right elbow comes down, big circles with the left arm. 3, 2, 1. Reach forward, spring back, reverse the warrior. Left hand comes to the inside of the right foot. Easy twisting lunge. Let's lift that left foot up off the ground, revolved half moon. My right hand switches place. I'm an Ardha-Chandrasana half moon. Not easy. Bend that right knee with grace and control. Find your warrior two. Hi, Lila. Cartwheel the hands to the earth. Step the right foot back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side. Raise that foot. Bend the knee. Gently set the foot between the hands. Warrior two. Left elbow comes to the knee. Big circles. 3, 2, 1, reach forward, swing back, reverse. My right hand comes to the inside of my left foot. There you go, easy twisting lunge. Lift. Now let's get that right foot up off the mat. Revolved half moon. Maybe a moment of balance by lifting the fingers up off the earth. And switch. Left hand comes right under left shoulder. Big bend. Nice and slow here. Find your warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Step the left foot back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do it again. Right foot high to the sky. Bend the knee. Find your strong warrior. My right elbow comes to the knee. Big circles. 3, 2, 1. Spring that arm back. Reverse. Your resurrection is coming, my friend. Left hand comes to the inside of the foot. Easy twisting. Let's lift the left foot up off the ground. Revolved half moon. And now switch. Right hand comes under the shoulder. Ardha Chandrasana. Bend in that right leg. Gently place the left foot down. There's your strong warrior. Big inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hand down. Step the right foot back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left side. Lift that left foot up high to the sky. With grace and control, plant the foot between the hand. Find your warrior 2. Left elbow comes to the top of the leg. Big circles. What you getting? 3. What's your resurrection look like? And 1. Spring that hand back. Reverse. Yeah, my right hand comes to the inside of my left foot. Easy twisting lunge. Yeah, let's get that right foot up. Revolved half moon. Not easy. And switch. Left hand comes under the shoulder. Yeah. Wobbling, wiggling, falling is welcome. It means you're growing. Take a big bend in that left leg. Warrior 2. Big inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Step the left foot back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Last time, tomb dwellers. Let's get our resurrection. Lift that right foot high to the sky. Bend the knee, swing it through. Warrior 2, I can do hard things. Elbow comes to the knee. 3, 2, 1. Spring the hand back, reverse. My left hand comes to the inside of my foot. Easy twisting. Lift that left foot up for your revolved half moon. And switch. Right hand comes under the shoulder. Big bend in that right knee so your left foot can gently find the earth. Warrior 2. Big inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hand down. Step that right foot back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Last side. Left foot up high to the sky. Let's do this, warriors. Step the foot through. Find your warrior 2. Left elbow to the leg. Big circles. 3. What's your resurrection look like? 2, 1. Spring back, reverse. My right hand comes to the mat. Easy twisting. There you go. Lift the foot up off of the earth. Revolved half moon. Balance is difficult but necessary. Left hand under the left shoulder. Big bend in that left knee. Find your warrior 2. Big inhale. Exhale. Hands to the mat. step the left foot back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Hang out here in down dog. If that feels restorative, drop to the knees, sink the hips, find little seed or child's pose. Reset. You can hold the sorrow and the joy, death and life. We will not run from it, deny it, shrink back. Sometimes things have to die and burn in order to resurrect. From here, let's find our downward facing dog. Walking your feet up in between your hands, enjoying Uttanasana, forward fold. Let your head bob up and down, sway side to side. Hands find the mat, they're not already there. Big bend in the knees, right? Let's find ourselves all the way down onto our backs. And do a little core strengthening here. Interlace all 10 fingers under the head and bring your knees over your hips. Yeah, from here we're going to find some bicycles. So straighten through the right leg, bring right knee or right elbow to right knee. Hi, buddy. And then switch. Left elbow to right knee. Yeah, you got it. Shh. Head stays heavy. We breathe. Shh. Pull the belly in. Yeah, now pause here. Press your right hand to the inside of the left knee and let's pulse that right leg. Just for the fun of it. Hi, buddy. And come back to your bicycle. Breathe. And left hand pauses on the inside of that right knee and pulls your left leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really nice. Back to the bicycles. Let's do this. Pull the belly in. Breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those feet. Let's take a bridge pose together. My toes are right in line with my heels. They're hip width distance, and I'm going to lift my hips up towards the ceiling. Interlace those hands underneath for a little shoulder rinse. Feel your strong legs, friend. Press out of the heels, lift the hips. We can do hard things. We don't shy away from the grief or the sorrow or the pain. We allow it to burn so that something may be resurrected. Slowly unwind your hands, release the hips. Bring those knees back over the hips and come up, lifting shoulders up off the earth. And we're going to just twist here, getting into the side body. So I'm reaching right hand, then left, then right, then left, then right. Really good. Shh. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Drop those find bridge once more. If you've got gas in your tank and you want to do full wheel here instead of bridge, go for it. Bridges lift those hips. Wheels draw your chest towards the back. Wall. Everybody breathe here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow and steady. Release ourselves down to the mat. Heel toe the feet to the width of the mat. Rest your knees onto one another. Reset low spine. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your body here. Perhaps both tired and energized. Find back release pose here by bringing our right ankle, crossing it over the left. My right hand comes through the hole that I've created. Interlace your fingers underneath left knee and let's draw left knee in towards tummy. Simultaneously pressing that right knee forward. That creates discomfort in your right knee. Feel for flexing the right foot. Can you press your tailbone towards or onto the mat? Friend, what does the resurrection look like for you? What does it feel like? After the deconstruction, the burning, what does the rebuilding look like? Give it one more pull here. Let's release that left foot to the earth. Arms come out like airplane wings and use that right ankle to assist a little bit deeper twist as you allow the knees to fall over to the right. If that doesn't serve you, untwist your ankles and you can just, or your legs, and you can just have your knees bent. Find your sweet, deep, restorative spinal twist here. The sorrow, the challenge, is a process of wringing out, letting go. If we will allow it, it will teach us something precious and it will make room for something more. Coming out of that twist, we'll cross our left ankle over the right knee. My left hand draws through, find a clasp under the knee and pull that right knee in towards belly. Pressing left knee forward. Flexing your left ankle if there's any kind of tension on the knee there. Pressing your coccyx bone, very base of your spine to the mat. Full inhale. Deep, full exhale. Releasing the clasp, allowing that left ankle to stay crossed over the knee. Arms come out like airplane wings, and then we'll allow our knees to fall over to the left. Uncrossing if that doesn't serve you. Giving our body permission here to wring out any residue of anxiety or grief. Letting go. Nice and slow, friends. Press hands to earth for support. Draw the knees back over the hips. Let's release that. Give ourselves a big squeeze here, bringing your forehead up towards your knees, a little rounding. Allowing your head to find the mat and then squeeze those knees. Release your hug. Grab under those knees and we'll rock and roll ourselves up into a seated position. Coming back into crisscross applesauce. Feel your tall spine here. Raise the crown of the head skyward. Noticing your body. We'll raise our right hand up towards the sky. Nice and slow, making a half circle here, scooping up the sorrow, the loss, the discomfort of this season. We scoop it up and hold it, acknowledging that we are strong enough to not avoid or deny or numb ourselves out of it. Raise the left hand up towards the sky. Half circle, scooping simultaneously. Hope, faith, trust in the resurrection power of death and sorrow and discomfort. We find our lotus mudra here. We acknowledge that we can hold both things true simultaneously. Death and life, joy and sorrow. May we have the wisdom to imagine the resurrection power on the other side of this tomb time. May we have the wisdom and courage to not turn from difficult, hard things. May we be courageous enough to walk through the fire, to allow things to burn, so that on the other side they can be even greater. I release you now into Shavasana. I will play a song for you, and I dare you to try to be still through the whole thing. So you are settling down onto your mat, spreading wide through your arms and your legs, receiving, soaking up, marinating in all the benefits that this movement, this meditation in motion has provided you today. I love you, family. Sink deep here. Take your time. grave gonna hold your body down, or your mind or your spirit. Happy Easter, dear family. May you find your resurrection today. I love you, and namaste. I love you. I miss you. Better together.